What's up, everybody? Hey, what's happening, guys? Welcome to a birthday stream. I'm really hoping that we get good service today. That the internet gods have decided to shine down on me today in a positive way. So you guys all let me know. Am I glitching like crazy? Can you hear me? Am I here? I'm excited to be here. Thank you all so much for showing up and being a part of this with me on my birthday. It's weird. It's a weird time to have a birthday, right? The world feels like it's falling apart, and just definitely not in a good place for anybody. So I'm here to talk to you guys about some pretty cool stuff, some stuff I'm excited about, which I will get to in just a minute. But more than anything, just to give you guys a cheers, to have a drink with you, and get to have the closest thing to a birthday celebration that I'm going to be able to get, because I feel like you can't really go ham with making it about you right now. It's not not really the right thing to do. I wouldn't feel right doing it. So I get to broadcast and hang out with people who are my friends, and I'm glad to be here. So cheers. I see some people in the chat here. This is exciting. A lot of names that I recognize, a lot of people that I'm very happy to see. Oh no, his audio and the glitching started. Wow, I can't believe how bad it is. We're just gonna have to do something about my internet, because it does not seem to be my friend ever. But hopefully it's okay. It caught up. Ugh. Yeah, it's gonna be something I'm gonna have to worry about this week. But we'll keep talking about other stuff, and if I glitch out in important moments, then I'll just have to repeat myself. There's a lot of cool stuff going on in the chat here. I see a lot of names I recognize, a lot of wonderful people from the Action Army. I've got some cool people coming on the show as well today. Not a huge cast of characters by any means. Again, I didn't really feel like I wanted to do that thing in the middle of everything that's going on right now, but some people you guys know. But so a couple things that are going on. I launched Nerds and Suits, this channel here, probably now less than 2 months ago, like 6 weeks ago, 6 or 7 weeks ago. And a lot of you guys kind of know the story behind that and kind of what had happened. It was something that I had really, really wanted to do for a very, very long time. And I'm glad I did it, because the support has been unbelievable and really wonderful. You guys have been great. Watching all the content, subscribing to the channel, all that stuff you guys have been doing. I mean, the commenting, the likes, and so many people have asked me in various, on various videos and comments on streams, if there's any way to support what I'm doing. And so I had felt like when I launched this, I really wanted to make sure that I made it about the content, because, we're in this world now with a lot of the sort of larger companies not being able to support having staffs of hosts. So a lot of people have gone out on their own. A lot of my friends, a lot of people that I work with. I obviously have another company that I co-own with Andrew Guy, Action Industries, that we do a lot of that stuff on. And so I really wanted to make sure that people liked the content that I was putting out, because I didn't want to make content that was just mediocre or bad, and then have, announce a Patreon and all that stuff on day one. It didn't feel like the right thing to do. So I worked really hard. I've spent a lot of time trying to make sure that this was what I wanted it to be. And so far, I'm really proud of it. I feel like you guys have been really supportive of it, which is very cool. And so there's a lot of stuff I'll be announcing today. I'll be getting to the various little levels and steps of the announcement kind of as we go. Let's read a couple comments here. Jeremy Miller, has Ben 40 yet? No, not yet. But I'm 32 today. So, that's I'm getting there. See what else is in here. Looks like there's some super chats, actually. So Call Sign Gold in the Action Army, Josh Ryan Sports himself. Happy B-Day, sir. Salute. Thank you so much, Josh. I appreciate that. Big time salute to you as well. Josh Ryan, old friend. Charlotte Jones in here, another supporter here with the super chat. Happy birthday, Ben. I'm so happy to be here to celebrate with you. I owe you a birthday drink someday, hopefully after a victorious live event in the movie Trivia Schmodown. Thank you, Charlotte. I've loved seeing your name on all the stuff I've been doing on here. It's been really, really cool. So couple things. The first thing you guys are seeing is that super chats are available on this channel now. It's a thing that the channel has been monetized technically, like when ads and things like that and plays when you guys are actually watching the content. That was the thing that existed up till this point, but I had not announced that, and I hadn't done anything streaming wise with that really up until this point. So super chats are available if anybody wants to support, as well as streamlabs.com/nerds and suits. Those are both live now. And that's going to mean that going forward, anytime that I premiere a video, if you ever want to support in that way, it's available. Also, I'm not going to be doing a lot of live streaming, like just your normal live streaming. That's not something that I'm not planning on doing on this channel just yet. But eventually, probably as the channel grows, as I do more content, if it's very specific or focused, I might do some live streaming. But this is still going to be primarily a channel of uploaded videos, as you guys have seen with Song from the Scene, and also, you know, with with Great Conversation. I have those videos premiere, and I like to be in the chat with you guys, but the content is not live. So if anybody wants to support, looks like we have Joseph Boros, call sign the Ripper, in here. Prince It Wasn't Promised, with the $20 super chat. I really appreciate that, man. Throwing in here, cheers and happy birthday. Cheers to you too, Joseph. I very much appreciate it. Cool to see you in here. So awesome to see. This is a channel with, you know, not a tremendous number of subscribers, and you know, I'm working on it, but we've got over 80 people in here already watching in the first 5-6 minutes of the stream. So that's really cool for me. All right, let's jump over here and see if Streamlabs is a thing at all today. I want to make sure it is working, actually. Okay, so far we're super chats. Hopefully Streamlabs does actually work. At some point I'll check back, and maybe it is working. So Brandon Buckingham in here, love to see that. Call sign Cash. Oh, I'm looking in the wrong screen. Hang on. There he is. Big time salute to you, Bucks. Love to see that. Love to see that. All right, so let's talk about some stuff. Announcements. I'm going to wait probably until quarter after to get to the big piece of announcement. We actually have Andrew Guy, co-founder of Action Industries, my action brother, subject of this week's Great Conversation episode. He came on yesterday on the show, which was a really, really fun time. I hope you guys enjoyed that. But he'll be coming on today about 20 after 5 to just kind of hang out and talk a little bit and you know, shoot the shit, so to speak, about what's going on the channel. So Streamlabs and Super Chats are available. That's a small announcement, not a huge one. The second piece of that announcement is Patreon. So patreon.com/nerdsinsuits is now live. I would wait a second to go there because there's pieces of this next announcement that are already in there. But you know, if you want to go and check it out now and get ahead of the announcement, you can. But patreon.com/nerdsinsuits goes live today, and I'll get to the details of kind of what's going on in there in just a second and what makes it special. Fuck it. I guess I'll get to the announcement now, because if you guys go to Patreon, you're going to see it anyway. So you guys know that when I moved to LA in 2009, originally I came out here to do the whole acting, modeling, music thing. I was working with David Michael Frank and playing a lot of music with him. You know, we were in this band called Fight the Moon. And we did a lot of that, and I did a lot of music. And then around 2015, 14 or 15, I kind of stopped doing it with very, for the most part. And it's come up a little bit in the last year. Some of you guys that were in New York, you saw the stuff Drew and I did. You've seen on some of the streams. And now, obviously, Song from the Scene has started. It's a thing I'm doing. And so I've started to work on some stuff. And I had this feeling that I had always wanted to do this, and I had never done it before. And I called David, my old songwriting, partner, and I started talking about kind of what I was feeling. And he said that he was like, I think what you're working on is really cool. I think these are really interesting songs. And I'm going to be releasing my first original album in 2020. I'm going to be releasing a full album of original music, properly produced, professionally produced. It will be an actual record. I've been writing songs since I was 13, and I've put a couple of them on an album before. With David back in 2009, we had this band called Fight the Moon. We had a 6-song album, and those were great. I mean, I loved those songs. Those were really special to me, and I had a great time with those. But this is going to be my own album entirely, all original music. Probably some of them will be from the old days, because I've written about 80 songs in my life, and I've never actually released any of them other than a couple that were on that Fight the Moon album. But I've got a lot of stuff, and it's going to be a real thing. So there's a lot of pieces that kind of go with this, right? Like, how am I going to release it, right? Like, an actual album is not something people use anymore because nobody has physical albums. Very, very few people actually use CDs. So probably what will happen is when I actually press the album, when I make it a physical record, I will make a physical release, whatever that means. I was thinking probably vinyl because it's cooler looking. And I think as many people that I know at this point have a turntable as they have a CD player. Obviously, it's going to be available on Spotify. It'll be available on iTunes. It will be available on YouTube and all of those various places. But it primarily is going to be a digital album, but I will have a physical release. So patreon.com/nerds and suits. What does that mean? How does it relate to what I just announced? There is a bunch of cool stuff. Okay, wait, I just want to make sure. Is it live? Wiley Todd is saying I can't find it. Are you saying you can't find the Patreon? Because I hope it's live. It is patreon.com/nerds and suits. It should be live now. I hope it's live. Unless it's not, unless you guys are not able to find it. So that's kind of what I'm thinking. I'm gonna be releasing the album that way. Now, how am I going to involve you guys in Nerds and Suits Network? Because right now, obviously, I have patreon.com/nerds and suits for the music, but I also have a great conversation, which is the interview show that I'm doing. So I have a bunch of ideas, a bunch of really cool ideas. The first one, obviously, is that when I bring these guests on, the interviews are pre-taped. And a lot of the time I'm bringing on kind of more controversial guests or guests that have, maybe a little bit more of a hot button issue kind of happening. And I like to do the interviews pre-recorded so they're not live, so that if there's something that happens in the interview, I'm able to edit around it and take care of the guest. But I am going to be planning on allowing you guys to submit questions for those guests. So like, in the case, for instance, when I had Mark Fernandez or I just had Chloe Dykstra, to give you guys a heads up by at least a few days so that patrons at a certain level would be able to submit your questions and get some of those questions answered by guests. Early releases are another thing I'm planning on doing. I'm trying to find a way to include literally every single one of the shows I'm doing on the channel to have extra content, to have special rewards that I can give you guys. Now, the thing that I'm the most excited about is at one of the tiers, I'm planning on doing this thing where basically I get to try out material, work on songwriting and actual production for the record live on streams with you guys. And it's not something I'm going to do all the time because you need to be able to develop, and it's not always the prettiest process. Sometimes it's a little sloppy looking, but twice a month for 1 hour, I'm going to be doing an unlisted stream for patrons only, and it's going to be working on new material. It's going to be workshopping new stuff. It'll be developing covers with you guys so you guys can actually hear what I'm working on. There's tiers in there where you can actually suggest songs and request covers that I'll be able to actually learn in their entirety and perform on those streams. There is a tier. So the way I'm doing it is obviously I have the various tiers. There's the gold tier. We're doing it kind of like, certifications, right? Your Nerds and Suits, NIS certified gold, certified platinum, certified diamond, double diamond. And then of course the ultimate tier is the infinity tier. Cause what's a more valuable stone than diamond? The fucking infinity stones, right? Anyway. So there's all these different things I'm going to be doing on there. But the 1 hour session where I'm workshopping material with you guys is kind of the tier where I would involve you guys the most. There's going to be a way to get your name in the actual liner notes of the album. There'll be ways to, like I said, get material early. When I do Song from the Scene, for instance, I talk about these movies and the songs for maybe 3 or 4 minutes. There's usually a 20 or a 25-minute unedited take of me kind of rambling about the movie that I cut all of and I get rid of. At the opening tier, the gold tier, I'm going to be releasing those exact full whole things. So you guys actually have all of the material. So you guys can, if you care more about why is The Wedding Singer great, not just 5 minutes, but I can for 25 minutes tell you about all the reasons that movie's great and I love it. So that's the big announcement is the original album. It will be probably released around Christmas. Maybe I'll even do like a Christmas cover on the album. I don't know, but more than likely December. Like I said, the style of album, the songs will all be written as kind of acoustic pop songs, but the actual production of the album maybe could have some more electronic feel to it, dance pop. We're going to see where the songs go. Like I said, I've written a lot of songs in my life. I've been writing for years, and I'm really excited about that. So as it stands now, kind of those are the big tiers. Those are the big rewards. There's a lot of different cool information on there. I'll be releasing an official Patreon video at some point, probably later today, for anybody that wants to, hear this information a little bit more concisely. But if you're interested, go check out patreon.com/nerds and suits. So that's my big news is the original album. I really can't wait. To get you guys excited about this. I think it's going to be a great time. And I really, I'm so touched to actually have an audience that wants to hear this stuff, because when I was a kid, when I was writing songs when I was 15, no one wanted to hear them. I didn't have anyone who gave a shit. So now that I am able to do this, I actually have people that want to hear, and that's pretty special. So I'm going to look over here at the Streamlabs and Super Chats because, people are being really generous and excited on here, and there's a lot of people saying wonderful things. All right, let's go read some stuff. Looks like we got Video Drew here, donated $5 on the Super Chat. Thank you so much, Video Drew. Big time salute to you there. Oh yeah, so Action's got salute, right? And Action, it's the Action Army. So what we're doing over on the network is you're joining the Nerd Network. That's Nerds and Suits Network. So you become a member of the Nerd Network. But what do we actually do? I have no fucking idea. Because I can't salute everybody and everything for the rest of my life, right? You guys get your salutes for Action. We got to come up with something. So if you guys are members there, we got to figure that one out. Looks like we see this first couple here. Call sign quiz show. My boy Jeff Alterman, happy birthday Ben with the Streamlabs. That's the first Streamlabs active on here. I appreciate that, man. General Sex Wedge, happy birthday Ben. You're the best. I was always watch and support what you do. Salute. Looks like Zach. We got call sign Kyle here. $1.49 super chat. I got Jason Lasky. Glad I could catch your birthday stream, man. Wishing you the best. Can't wait to see you compete again and dominate in a movie trivia schmodown. Dude, thank you so much. I miss it so much. I really wish I was able to get back to it. I hope to sooner than later. PLD with the Streamlabs, a test to make sure it works. Happy birthday, brother. Congratulations on the new endeavor. Cheers to you, PLD. Mike K with the super chat. Happy birthday, boss. Congrats on all the success so far. I think this chat is all these super chats, I think, have expired. I don't think I can get to them. Oh, we have a couple. So there we go. So I got Zach up there. Just said Jason Lasky. Here we go. Mike K with the super chat. Happy birthday, boss. Congrats on all the success so far. Let's keep rolling down here. Make sure I can get some more. Let's see here. We got another one from Zach, another super sticker. Wait, but the super stickers show up in a different way, right? I want to see what it looks like. It's like I got to look in the actual thing here. Hang on, Zach. Okay, we got a cat on one of the super stickers, and the other one, hang on. Cool. It's like a little Monsters Inc. character, and it says cool. Thanks, man. Appreciate that. Let's continue and rolling through here. Looks like we got congrats, Ben, and happy birthday, says Kelly W. Kelly, salute. That's what we're going to do for now because it's what I got. Call sign 69. Sorry I'm late. Happy birthday, Ben. Hey, thanks, Alec. I appreciate that, man. Mortal Kombat. It's good to see you in here, dude. Let's see what else we got. Another one from Alec. It's a real album. I asked because of your great conversation with Andrew Guy. It's your thing to tell people. Oh, that's funny. Good on you. That is funny. I used that example. I'm gonna release an album. Yeah, you're right. I totally did. I guess I was foreshadowing. All right. So that's all the super chats here. I'm gonna read a couple Streamlabs, then I'm gonna bring on a Mr. Guy himself. I just see he popped in. Let's see here. Nikki Therese, 5-star general in the Action Army. Happy birthday, boss, and congrats on the album. Even though times are less than great right now, as a bit of levity, just wanted to share this with you. I live in Tom Petty's hometown, and there's a popular graffiti wall close to my apartment. When he died, someone painted a beautiful mural, barring some light graffiti, has remained untouched and has been redone over the years. Hope you're having a great birthday and keep rocking. Oh, there's a picture. That's cool. And Jake Yakavetta, call sign bar tab here. With the happy birth Dizzle. Congrats, dude, on the major announcements. Happy birthday, says call sign Party J. Thanks, dude. Salute to you. Good to see you. Let's look at this picture real quick, guys, and then I'm gonna bring on Drew. Oh no, sorry, the file doesn't exist. Nikki, man down. All right, let's jump back over here. Let's see here. Looks like that. I'm gonna bring him on now. Okay, almost there. Oh no, technical difficulties. All right, guys.
No way.
There it is.
Technical difficulties
up,
for you? It's all right. I've got this this sunlight. The sunlight's coming in hard here. Can't really see.
No difficulties. I just fat fingered it. That's all that happened.
You fat fingered it? Okay. All right. Hey, happy birthday, man.
Thank you. Good to see you, man. Welcome to the stream. People are being so wonderful in here.
I've got a drink for you. Oh, and also product placement here from my sponsors, El Jimador.
El Jimador.
Not really a sponsor, but hey guys, if you're watching, this isn't your tequila, dude. Man. I think this is like the first birthday that these birthdays, are the first ones we haven't spent together in a very long time. I feel like, is that true?
Yeah, man, totally. I was trying to figure out if there was if I was gonna, do anything for my birthday, or if it was just gonna be like this stream or a Zoom call. And I think if this had been 10 days ago, and there hadn't been horrible civil unrest that made me feel guilty to do any kind of organizing in my own name, I might have tried to do something. But like once the world started really being like, there's some real shit happening outside, I was kind of like, yeah, I can probably carve about an hour out online for myself. And that's about all that's appropriate.
Yeah, I mean, I had a weird birthday. It was like I felt kind of down most of the day for some reason. Like I just kind of did. I didn't even really have a reason to. Like normally it's one of those like grass is greener things, right? Because like normally on your birthday, like fuck, it's my birthday. Like I gotta, what am I gonna do? What do people want? I'm only gonna do something because people want me to. But then like you're stuck in your apartment or you're stuck in your house and you're like, it's my birthday. I really wish I could go out and do something right now. Are you getting any of that? Or are you just glad to be hanging?
I'm pretty glad to be hanging, man. I mean, I like this. It's a happy day, for at least from I'm not in like a super depressed mood. It's cool to be getting the kind of response, it's amazing. Like we have the best fans in the entire world. Like, I mean, as much as I believe they're all here for nerds in suits.
That's it.
The reality is they all come from somewhere. So I think the vast majority are action fans, which is really, really cool. And I love to see them all here. And just, I don't know, like I said a second ago, it's crazy to think that when I was like 16, 17, like writing my first songs and wanting to release an album, it was like my parents and their friends and like a couple kids at school was like who I was trying to get to notice. And, the next time it's like begging your coworkers to come to your shows or whatever. You get 8 people to show up.
Yeah.
But now, like, I'm releasing this stuff and there's people that give a shit. They actually care. And they want to support it, which is crazy and very very humbling.
Yeah, man. I mean, that's a big deal. So you did all your announcement stuff, right?
Yeah, I announced it, the Patreon, all of it. It's the Streamlabs. The people are being super generous to the Streamlabs and super chats. Everybody wants to say happy birthday and share. And there's a bunch of patrons that already signed up, which is really, really awesome.
Bunch of patrons.
But the Nerds
cool
and Suits
tier names.
I didn't get to. I like explained to them, but I didn't do like an actual explanation of how they each came up with. I think it's fair. Do you lose me?
No, I didn't lose you. I just think I did something. Damn it, I did it wrong. I did something wrong. I was just trying to sign up for your Patreon at a high level.
And did you sign up for your? You did it from Team Action.
I did it from Team Action. Let's act like that didn't happen. Let me go ahead and try this again. I'm going to cancel the payment. I'm going to say I'm not happy with the Patreon's features or services, and I didn't like the benefits rewards, and I was overcharged. No, I'm not going to fill any of those things out. But I was trying to sign up for your Patreon because I want to sit in on these sessions. I think these things sound awesome.
Thanks, man. Yeah, it's the thing I'm of all the patron levels that I've announced here, it's probably the one I'm the most excited about. I really tried to make sure that every level of the Patreon had something cool. By the way, Ben Goddard here with the happy birthday. Good to see you. Ben Goddard. Video Drew has been in here hanging out. There's PLD, so many good people.
Dude, Goddard's insane, man. That was insane shit that he did the other day.
He is. He's a legend.
He's a legend.
Fucking legend, man. Call him the Bodhisattva.
Bodhisattva.
No, I think, I tried to make sure that every single one of the tiers was cool, right? Like the opening tier, the gold tier is like, early access to content. Cause I know some people want to see interviews and they just want it early. And I get that. That's totally cool. Like, and extended versions of Song from the Scene where I'm talking like more like 20, 25 minutes on songs. I think that's like a little, some people want to hear 25 minutes, but why The Wedding Singer is great. I mean, I did The Wedding Singer Song from the Scene and I didn't mention John Lovitz once. And that's like, I feel like
that's all I really wanted to talk about.
I mean, no joke. I seriously considered learning Ladies Night instead of like Grow Old With You because I think that John Lovitz doing Ladies Night is the best part of that entire movie. I think it's actually the best scene in the whole movie.
I also think the ending of that movie is like incredibly sweet for how cliche and lame it could have been. You know what I mean?
Totally.
I love the end of that movie. I really do. It's definitely an underrated Adam Sandler movie.
My hot take was that it's the best Adam Sandler movie. That was what I said. It's number one.
Best
I said I think it's number one. I think Happy Gilmore is his funniest movie. I think Wedding Singer is his best movie.
Man, I know. I saw your tweet the other day.
I think like the big top 5 would be those two: Punch Drunk Love, Uncut Gems, and probably probably Billy Madison, maybe.
Did you know something about me, Ben?
What?
I am diamond tier in the Nerd Network, and I am the founder of the Action Army, a co-founder. That's some big shit. That's a pretty cool title. I'm gonna get that stapled and tattooed on my back and forehead. I'm only gonna get one tattoo. One of them I'm gonna staple to myself, so I'm not sure. Sorry, what were you gonna say?
I very much appreciate you signing up for my Patreon. I'm touched.
Good.
One thing that I think is amazing is you and I were talking about these levels just a second ago, and you were like, can you imagine? Like, because I was like, originally the names were going to be a lot lamer than they are now. They were like going to be like nerd this and nerd that, and you were like, no. It's like music, you know. And I was like thinking record label. You're like, what if it was like gold, platinum? I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. And then I was like, you know that steakhouse Del Frisco's? You were like, I was like,
yes.
Okay, so there's this steakhouse called Del Frisco's. Some of you guys probably know because I think they have some of them nationwide. It's like a real fancy steakhouse. So the other day I was trying to find out because it's called a Double Eagle Steakhouse. So I was looking up like, what does Double Eagle even mean? And I tried to find online. There was basically like no explanation for what Double Eagle actually meant. I think they just came up with it. Like maybe it relates to something that they saw somewhere.
It's a double eagle. It's not a big deal, but it is Double Eagle. So I don't know if you know what that means.
It's a Double Eagle Steakhouse.
I feel like the thing about Double Eagle, if someone goes to you, it's Double Eagle, and you just have to go, oh wow.
Yeah, that's what I think.
You can't be like, what the fuck is Double Eagle? Because then you look like you're a peasant.
It sounds phenomenal. So I was like, what if we just called it like after it goes gold, platinum, diamond, and then if it was double eagle, and I was triple eagle, and you're like, no, you should come up with something better than that. And so
I was like, will anyone understand this reference? Or you're like, I don't care, man. I'm feeling good about the triple eagle.
Yeah, so it felt pretty good. So what ended up happening was, we came up with all the tiers, but what you were like was, can you imagine if you were like double diamond and 5-star general? Like, I mean, that sounds pretty fucking legit. So like any of you guys have jumped over and signed up. We've had a lot of signups already, which is really touching. You mentioned you wanted to be sitting on these sessions. And I think one of the things that is the most exciting to me about this launch in those sessions is like, I've spent my whole life writing songs. My entire life writing songs.
Wait, if I sign up at the $50 tier, I can get you to cover any song that I want. Wait, did I get that at 25? Damn it! All right, it's all right. I'll upgrade, dude. I'm gonna get you to cover something good, something real good.
Some like 26-minute song by Yes or something like that.
I'm gonna get you to cover "Maggot Brain" by Funkadelic. It's just like a 14-minute guitar solo.
Pick a song by like Korn with really offensive lyrics and make me cover it.
Look, man, I really need you to sing this Eminem song. I need you to cover it. I need some good guitar to it.
You joke, but I'm actually working on "Lose Yourself" as a possible song from Scene. I'm not kidding.
You gotta lose yourself in the moment. Yeah. Are you gonna do it like that? Because you shouldn't.
Maybe. I was thinking of slowing it down. I was thinking about slowing it down and working on it a little bit, but we'll see if that one ever actually happens.
What are you drinking? It looks like mead or like a dessert wine. Is it just whiskey?
It's Diet Coke with some scotch in it. I have a fancy scotch, and I just didn't feel it's a really fucking peaty one, like almost a little too peaty for me. And I just didn't feel like drinking. Like,
what is it?
It's called it's not in front of me.
Too peaty for you is shocking, honestly.
Yeah, it's like it made me feel like I was like drinking a cigarette. So I just decided that I would cut it with some Diet Coke. But I mean, basically I've been writing songs my whole life, and I've only had like one or two people I've ever bounced them off of, like bandmates. And so I think it would be really, really fun to sit in on these sessions and kind of actually show you guys like this is how you write a melody, or like, because Lucas had asked me at one point, he was like, I'd be interested in like a songwriting tutorial kind of, but I think that's a little bit pretentious of me to offer. I can do because I've never really.
You're like, well, first you got to start off the bridge like this.
Yeah, but I think I can at least show you guys me trying to write songs, or like, picking a cover and how to like arrange the cover, shit like that. So I appreciate.
Cool thing is like, it's like you don't have to teach it. You can just do what you do, and I think anyone would be like stoked to, like, if I could sit in on any writer's room. Even if it was the Big Bang Theory, I would sit in on that writer's room. You know what I mean? It doesn't matter if the processes are different, or even the end product is like something that I really like or not. It's still the idea of like watching someone's creative process is something that you don't really ever get to do that often. Like it's something that we don't really ever show people, like with Action Industries and the things when we're creating stuff. Like every now and then we'll talk to the generals about like, hey, we have an idea about this. But for the most part, we kind of just, we talk about it on our own. We bounce those ideas back and forth there, and it's kind of all done off the grid, if you will, off the record.
Totally. Well, right, because I mean, like back when you and I were doing Action Guys at Collider and Action Movie Anatomy, and we didn't, have as nowadays it's a little more refined because we're in one place and it's always done like this. It's always streamed, and we have all these Google Doc outlines, and that's kind of just how we run the shows. But like when we were doing the other shows, it was like, okay, let's finish the show at 4. We'll drive over. We'll spend an hour at the coffee shop trying to plan out the stuff. Let's get the next 8 weeks planned out. We were moving and shaking, and I think probably people that are like people that want to know how that stuff actually works. You can be like, this is how you try to build a channel, but like actually seeing it's a little different than hearing us recount it.
Are you worried at all? It'll be like, I mean, not worried is maybe not the best word, but like the idea of someone sitting in on, for instance, when I was doing like theater, it's different with film, but like in theater specifically, if people would come and watch rehearsals that weren't part of the cast and crew, I fucking hated it. It bothered me. It like made me uncomfortable. It's like, this is our time, like a very safe, creative space for us to like learn and make mistakes. You know what I mean? But at the same time, like I kind of need that. I needed that in those moments. Like, are you going to feel kind of odd or on the spot? Like, what if you're having a really rough day writing, or, what if you hit a wall? Are you going to like, what have you ever thought about like what those moments might be like?
Yeah, definitely. So there's a couple things that I think are kind of cool. The first one is that I'll have you here hanging with me for probably about like another 15, 20 minutes. And then actually my other guest for today, guys, is the producer, my old bandmate, David Michael Frank. You guys probably remember him from SEN. He's going to come on and hang out for a little bit on the back part of the stream, and he's going to be producing the record. So I'm actually, that's the interesting thing about this, guys. And I'm so fucking appreciative of all of the donations and the Patreon, because
no problem.
Probably going to, yeah, I know. I'm serious.
No, I'm joking.
It's probably going to cost me like, I don't know exactly how much. I have to negotiate, but knowing how much time it actually takes to make an album properly, to mix an album, to master an album, to write it, it's going to cost me out of pocket probably in the 6 months, like $5 to $10 grand, I would guess. I'm probably going to spend a lot of my own money on this. So more than likely, every dollar I make from this Patreon is going to go directly into making the album. Because that's just what it is. You can't expect you can't expect a good product if you're not willing to actually pay for it. That's just how it works. Unless you can do it yourself, which I can't, because I can't produce music like you can. So
yeah, and it's also great to have this group of people that are going to be kind of encouraging you and helping you, and also having those people on those rough days, because that idea of a writer's room, even if it's the Big Bang Theory, I'm seeing the chat. Even if it's that show, like there's days when you're feeling rough and you need help, and like you don't I don't know about you, but normally when you're writing songs, I feel like you're probably on your own. If you hit a wall, you kind of got to work through it on your own. But the idea that like you're like, all right, fuck this, all right, give me a minute, what's going on in the chat, what are you guys thinking, what if there's a great idea in there,
Yeah, well, I think your question, and I think the part about it that's so interesting, the reason I brought up David coming on is because obviously you guys will get to hear a little bit of the person that I've written with the most. But the answer to your question, you don't only write for 2 hours a month, right? Like if they were to sit in on, 1 out of your 25 rehearsals for the month, they'd see that process that day. And then if they came back 3 weeks later, they'd probably not even recognize what they saw. Mm-hmm. So I think it's a little bit like that. But I mean, I definitely think there are so many different ways to write a song. And one thing I've really learned a lot of in my life, but more when I've like listened to songwriters talk about their process. And this happened to me a little, but they'll say like, oh yeah, when I wrote that song, and they'll be talking about some song that sold like 9 million copies. That was like a #1 single. They'll be like, it was written in like 30 minutes. They'll be like, they'll be like, yeah, I had this idea of like, this, everything, the full circle process. Okay. That band Live, that song Lightning Crashes, the Angel.
Lightning Crashes.
Yeah. He's like, yeah, I wrote that in like 30 minutes. He's like, I had this idea of kind of like the full circle of life happening in a hospital. So the first line, lightning crashes. He's like, pretty much it was written about 30 minutes. And you're like, 30 minutes.
Made you millions.
It's like one of the most famous rock songs of the 90s. And you wrote it in 30 minutes. And it's better than any other song you ever wrote in a band that sold like 20 million records. It's so mind blowing to think that that's how it works. But so you can be watching and you might see me literally taking a dump on the stream, or you might see me write something that turns out to be the thing I was the happiest with that I wrote on the whole album. And it comes out in one accidental moment. That's the nature of songwriting.
I'll be honest, man. If I just signed up for your Patreon, you're going to shit on stream, I'm going to cancel and ask for a refund. I do not want that. I've been your friend for a long time, and I will not support that. It's not something I'm going to do.
There are so many Streamlabs and super chats. Like, I got to read a few more of these.
Yeah,
here.
do it. Do your thing. Do your thing.
Let's see here. What else we got in the super chats? All right, scrolling back.
When's the last time you've seen my hair?
Oh, this is not an action stream, so you got.
Yeah,
to,
no, I didn't. I know
you got to not look like an asshole. That's pretty cool.
Shouldn't say that about your friends, man.
PLD, he says, I understand your pain, Andrew. I've done that. I think he's talking about the signing up from the wrong. Didn't he sign up for?
He did. He signed up for like, I can't remember what it was, and I was like,
Roka's Patreon. Did he sign up for Roka's Patreon for action?
I think so. Like, what the fuck, Ben? And then we immediately get a text from Paul. I am so sorry.
Just Paul's face just turning beet red.
It was almost like Paul sent the message publicly that was supposed to be private.
Yeah. PLD here, another one. In fact, I almost just signed up from Action Industries. Nice. We got call sign Cash, diamond level member. Salute to you. We got to figure out what the salute is for this. I can't.
You should do this. That's cool.
Oh yeah, that's really cool. People love that.
That's cool. I like that.
Let's continue going through
network here. Man, what would you do for that? Like
call sign the goat. What? No Streamlabs. Here's 333. Happy birthday. Was just listening to Van Morrison, thinking Ben should cover this. So this is a pretty neat idea, sir. Salute. Thank you so much, Nick. Call sign goat. Salute to you. You're always going to get a salute if you're Action Army. Got call sign Party J here. Does the double diamond level also get our name in the liner notes too, or is it just diamond? Every single name at the diamond and above gets the name in the liner notes. So once it actually is released, every single person who has ever, even for 1 month, been at that tier will have your name actually printed in the physical liner notes.
Are you going to keep track of all this stuff on your own, man?
Look, Paul offered to take care of it for me, and I told him I'd get back to him. I'm giving it 3 days before I beg him to help.
It's fair. It's fair. What do we got? You got more Streamlabs or no?
Yeah, there's a bunch. There's some. Okay, let's see here. We got Wiley Todd here with the Streamlabs.
Hey, Wiley Todd.
Yeah, love to see that.
Yeah, I've heard that name in a while. Yeah.
Yeah, he says, happy birthday, Ben, to my fellow Color of Money fanboy. Thank you so much. Tim Koskuba here with the Streamlabs. Happy birthday, Ben. My girlfriend has made several references to the fact that you like my IG picture for our anniversary. Thanks for always interacting with the community y'all have built. Uber eats yourself a piece of cake, partially on me. Salute. Thank you so much. I'm definitely eating cake tonight.
Wow, that's a good fan right there.
General Lustrina, happy birthday, Ben. Excited to see here what you create. Enjoying a scotch for you. Hashtag ladies night. Salute. Yes, it's ladies night. And the feeling.
I should just be Lustrina's call sign ladies night, just because.
Done.
I love it.
Just happened. Next up, we got Philip Gustafson, General Gustafson. I'm now a Diamond General, but almost want to upgrade just to make you cover Bob Dylan's latest 17-minute Kennedy assassination song. Happy birthday, again, boss.
What happened?
Philip, you know that I'm obsessed with that song. So if you did that, I would actually do it.
Wow.
I love that song.
A 17-minute cover. Philip, do it, bro. Do it.
I love it. Work. And then we got one from Nikki. She sent in this Tom Petty mural again. Oh, cool. That's amazing. Gainesville. I love that. Tom Petty. Thanks, Tommy. That's really cool. You guys can't see it, but I'm looking at it and it's fantastic.
But you guys can see me looking at it.
All right. So that's all the Streamlabs and super chats, I think, to this point.
One just came in. One more super chat came in from a skewed one.
Let's see here. Are you talking about from Prince That Wasn't Promised here?
No. At the very bottom here, a skewed one. It says, happy birthday, Mr. Boss.
Oh, thank you so much. I really appreciate that. That's a big time salute to you. Let's put that on the screen here.
Do you feel old at all? Do you feel weird being like 32, like saying that you're 32 now?
Yeah.
It feels a lot older than we ever thought we were going to get, I feel like.
Double Diamond General, says the Prince That Wasn't Promised. That's a sweet distinction, man.
Wow. Double Diamond General?
Jonathan Peck here. Super sticker. $5. Thank you so much, Jonathan. I do feel old. I do genuinely feel old. I don't feel like a dinosaur, but I feel like I'm getting up there. Yeah. How about you?
It feels weird to say like I'm like 32. It definitely does. Like even when I hear people say like you're 32, I'm like in my mind I'm like no, I'm yeah, I am 32. I'm like getting pretty close to 40. You know, what does that mean? So I don't know. There's like a layer of thoughts that happen.
I mean, I think getting close to 40 is a little aggressive, considering you have 8 years still.
It's just the idea that you're like even like that's the next decade that you hit. That's the next, you know.
Yeah.
The fact that you already hit your 20s and your 30s, it's I mean, I'm not like bummed about it. I like being 32. It does feel a little crazy. Like time just flies.
One thing that I think I've heard this before, and I think I've told you this before, is that I've heard the thing that you have fun in your 20s, you build your career in your 30s, and you make your money in your 40s. Mm-hmm. This is like a thing I've heard before. I've always thought that's kind of interesting because like it's sort of interesting because like, yeah, my 20s were fun and I definitely like learned some shit and I definitely had some career successes. I mean, we started to build our stuff in our 20s. I think like a lot of our stuff started to kind of happen in our 20s. And it definitely feels like our 30s are positioned to build our careers. Like actually, like it feels right now like our careers are happening. This last year was the biggest career year for I think either of us by far.
Yeah. Yeah. No, agreed. Oh my gosh, my sister's in here. Hi, San. Happy. She's here to wish you happy birthday, Ben.
Thanks, Sandra. How you doing? Good to see you.
And then Zach says, "Stop ignoring my super stickers. Damn it! Have you been ignoring his super stickers? I just saw a couple pop up.
I've been trying to narrate them. The thing is, they don't show up properly.
No, I know. Yeah, it's hard to. It's like a cat, and it's like hugging a cloud of hearts, and they're both smiling.
I narrated them earlier. Hang on, call sign Kyle. I'm getting
narrate them in the trailer voice. It's a cat hugging a rainbow.
All right, here we go. Ready?
All right, I'm ready.
Okay. Actually, there was one from Jonathan Peck first. That was a super sticker.
You're just hurt. You're just killing Zach right now.
Yeah. I'm getting there. You're next.
All right.
It's a little green guy. Looks like he's from the south of France. Oh no! Now I'm freezing.
It's okay.
Bad timing.
We got the second half of it. It was a little green guy from the south of France.
Yeah. Okay. And then from call sign Kyle, we have he's a purple hippo wearing camouflage this November. Okay. And I think there's another one from Sergio Vieira Jr., General Vieira Jr., who, by the way, we're working on call signs for you right now.
Are we doing? Is this the new thing for the Nerd Network? Are we doing this?
I don't know what we're doing. Are you?
I think we should do this thing. I like this. This is good for you guys.
This one? I don't think that's very cool.
Don't do that.
Sergio Vieira Jr. here, just with a super sticker. It's a diamond. I think that means he is diamond tier, which is exciting.
Wow, this is going great for you, man.
Yeah, people are being really supportive. It's very exciting for me. And then so I'm trying to track all of it here, all the super chats and Streamlabs and the stickers.
You're doing great.
Thank you. You're being very supportive.
It's only because it's your birthday.
Yeah, I know. You're being extremely nice. JJ Winward here with the super chat. That's General Jameson right there. God, that's a sweet call sign.
Yeah, and we came up with another one for JJ Monahan.
Yeah, wait, we had we went on a run the other night.
We did. I almost think it. Oh yeah, we had like 5 of them. I was thinking we landed on because we don't like the 2 name ones, so I was thinking we just do call sign Brosnan because that's sick. Call sign Brosnan for Thomas Crown
because we were thinking Crown.
Right? Thomas Crown because like I kept thinking someone else was him. There's like 6 people that were him, but none of them were actually him. Thomas Crown affair. Rene Russo.
There's also going to be at some point someone's going to be call sign Costner. And I definitely think call sign Brosnan's really good though. That's really sweet. By the way, Sally Mercedes is like pretty much like the day she becomes a general is going to be call sign Medusa. She's like very excited.
Oh yeah, she's been into that. Although she's been encouraging of all your some of your questionable names.
Yeah, that's fair. She's very positive in general. Let's see here. We got Philip Gustafson. Fuck it. I won't be able to stay here, but I just upgraded 17-minute Dylan coming your way. # double diamond. Philip, you're the man.
Wow.
Yeah.
Philip's been trying to be called call sign night shift for a long time. And now he's a double diamond general.
My understanding was that he wanted to be call sign Hobbit.
Yeah, well, see, so he I feel like something might have get lost in translation there. But maybe that is what we just call him, is call sign Hobbit. It's the worst nickname you could get from Lord of the Rings.
It's not. It's definitely. So Jason Lasky here with the super chat says you should do an adjust your cufflinks motion. It's kind of
I like that. Welcome to the network.
So I was to say, okay, welcome to the network, like that. Like I do the wrist.
Yeah, that's good that you have a code on because I just grabbed my wrist fat. So I don't think that. I'm like, yeah.
What if you did the chin move? What if you're like, welcome to the network.
I would end my Patreon every month and re-sign up just for you to make that face. Welcome to the network.
I was just doing an impression of your AfterBuzz video, your audition when you signed up originally.
Yeah, this is a good video. And that picture you sent me made me feel good about myself.
Yeah, you probably immediately got hot.
I did.
Yeah.
Is your background a birthday cake? Yes, it is.
I've got David Frank. He's hanging in the thing. I think he's going to come in a second here. There's a few more of these I'm going to read, and then I'm gonna bring him in. All right, let's see. Bidor, Bidoor. I've never seen that name in here before. Have you?
Yeah, I saw him. No, but I saw him hanging out in the chat or going back and forth, and I think I saw him ask what the Streamlabs was. So I'm excited that they did they Streamlabs or super chat you?
It was a Streamlabs. Happy birthday, Ben. It's a $50 Streamlabs. Really generous. Yeah, big time salute to you there. Or,
oh my gosh! And look at this. You just got to. You know, is it? Oh, wait, we're not doing both. Are we just doing one?
We're not doing both. And
holy moly, dude, it's rolling in.
People are being so generous. They're being so generous. We got General Graphic in here with the super sticker. Hang on, I got to go narrate it.
Yes, please do.
Okay.
Do it in Albert Finney's voice now, though.
Yeah. It's a little green guy, and he's on a rocket. These crab cakes are delicious.
Wow, there's so many green guys on YouTube.
Wow, there's so many green guys on YouTube. Thank you so much, General Graphic. Big salute to you.
Bador is amazing. She is fantastic. So I don't know if I said thank. I don't know. It's a female though. So I always do the default like thanks dude or thanks man, and I apologize for that. Something I need to get better about. So Bador,
how could you have known?
I didn't, but I should not assume. But that's amazing.
So Charlotte Gherkin here with the super chat. Maybe adjust or tug on lapels with a quick nod. What if it was like?
Don't do that.
Okay. Call sign Monty here with the super happy birthday. Consider this a card that you got at your birthday party that you opened to find a crisp $5 bill. Love that.
I know exactly the $5 you're talking about.
General Monty, thank you so much. All right. And then that's all the ones that are showing there. Let's see if there's any Streamlabs left in here to read. And then I'm going to bring David on. Dude, I can't believe how generous people are being. Thank you all so much for being a part of what we're doing here. And thank you so much for becoming a patron. That's really cool of you.
Yeah, dude. No, I'm happy. I'm excited about it. And honestly, when you were telling me about the rewards, it was something that I think sounded super awesome. So, I hope you and David had a good time. You have to tell him hello for me. And I'll probably talk to you soon. Maybe tomorrow around 5:00 on Action Industries YouTube.
Yeah, we're doing a Just Friends watch along. Get the Netflix Party app. I can't fucking wait. I'm so excited for that one.
Just Friends. Just Friends watch along. It's gonna be a good time. We need some laughter, and it'll be celebrating your birthday. So, dude, happy freaking birthday! Thanks for having me on. And I'm a patron now. I'm double diamond. No, I'm just diamond. I'm just diamond.
Thank you guys so much for all hanging out, and thank you, Drew, so much for hanging out. I will see you soon.
Later, brother.
Later, bud. All right, we're gonna read these last couple super chats, and then I'm bringing on my dude, my old friend. This will be fun because you guys have never seen David and I interact before, which is wild considering David was like David's like one of my earliest, if not my earliest best friend. I mean, somebody that I've worked with more creatively than like almost anyone ever in my life. Which is wild. So I can't wait to talk to you guys about that. We got call sign the director in here. Happy B-Day, Ben. As long as you still have your hair, you're not that old. Once you lose the hair on your head, start getting hair everywhere else. Until that happens, you'll be fine. What's up, guy? Nice cake. Well, I missed it, but thank you so much, sir. Big salute to you there. And then it looks like I've got a super chat here from Goddard, our boy. Says, just your tie as the salute. Done and done. Yeah, that's a good one. I always love that one. Happy birthday, brother. Thank you, Goddard. I appreciate that. So coming up here on the stream, guys, I'm about to bring somebody on you guys maybe have heard of before. You guys might remember Messien. This is David Michael Frank, DMF. David and I met originally at a Jewish summer camp called Solomon Schechter when we were little kids. We were like 12 or something like that, maybe even younger, honestly. He was cool. He had frosted tips and like braces, I think. And the girls loved him. They didn't love me, though, because I had blue hair and I was a weirdo. And then we were in a bunch of bands together and we wrote a bunch of music together. And I have just announced that I'm going to be doing my first original album. If you guys want to go be a part of that process, go to patreon.com/nerdsandsuits. So many of you guys already have. David's producing that album. I've written a ton of songs with him, and probably at least one of those songs probably will end up on the album. Got one in particular. So I'm going to bring him on right now.
What's up, dude? Happy birthday, dude. Happy birthday. This is exciting. Crazy time. Very crazy time. I'm so much more zoomed in than you. I need to scoot way back.
Your mic is still good, though, even if you're scooted back. Yeah, man. How are you? It's good to see you.
Good to see you. I'm doing well, quarantine life. That's how it is. I'm curious if anybody does recognize me from the SEN days. I did set up all of SEN Live and the live streams and everything that was going on with the craziness and the robot. So that's where some of these people might know me from. And then, clearly I've known you for a million years.
We probably have known each other since we were like I think we've pretty clearly known each other for 20 years. That feels correct. And then
totally 100%.
We've been working, and I think we've been working together for when do you think we first worked together? When we were like 15, maybe 16? 16.
Well, because if you go back to our first band, which was called Ghost, we were probably 14. Well, we used to actually at summer camp, we got our start going around and tucking in the girls' cabins by playing little nighttime concerts to the girls' cabins. That was our start. And then we started Ghost, and then we added a drummer, and we were Dreams of the Crash.
Dreams of the Crash. That was the next band. Yeah. Yep.
And we used to play at restaurants in Seattle when we were still too young to drive. Our parents would drive us to the concerts, and we would play these stupid 3-hour sets.
My hair was like this long. It was nuts.
Yeah, it was really long. And we were both, well, this time I wasn't singing, but you were obsessed with singing as high as you can. And then eventually I got that obsession as well.
You kind of made fun of me at first, and then you started to do it, and then you became like a better singer than me by a pretty wide margin. And
it's pretty wild. It's pretty wild. So it was a really, really, really good musical childhood together. And then you moved to LA and chased the dream, and then you sort of fell out of music, where I was like touring and I was doing other records for other people and producing and YouTube and all of that. And now here we've gone full circle. And now not only are you going to do this album, which is fucking awesome, but you have a huge catalog of old, fully finished ideas and half ideas and half baked. Like your first album or whatever can literally be sort of your secret greatest hits that nobody else knows exists except for me.
Yeah, it is pretty crazy to think about that, like how much time I've spent in my life on these songs, and how there's 15 people that I think I even know in the world that could even acknowledge that these songs exist, right? Like they aren't songs that I feel like are known by almost anyone. So Dean Morgan here in the chat says maybe a collab between you two, which I think is a really cool suggestion, and something that. So David and I
it won't be. I mean. Yeah, we're gonna spend to just music production. To do an album is so many hours of tinkering and playing with ideas, and then something will sort of get going, and then you just chase it, and it'll take hours. Each song might be 50 hours or 100 hours to dive in and really get the snare perfect and every idea and the emotions behind it. So we're going to clearly get to spend a whole lot of time together. So that's going to be fun.
It's going to be really fun. I mean, and it's also going to be a crazy throwback, because you and I, when we were kids, used to do these there's a bunch of really intensive songwriting sessions and recording sessions where we would go somewhere. We'd go to my dad owned this plot of land out in Willapa Bay. We went out there for a week once. So just you record and work for 15 hours a day. You came down to LA a couple times. I went to Oregon. Those first couple albums we only released one. We released one record, Fight the Moon Volume 1. We had a second one that we were working on. We did a 3-song EP as Ghost, and a bunch of different cool shit. But it's very, very, very intensive working on this. It doesn't happen quickly. So one thing I told everybody in here, and I told you this briefly, but patreon.com/nerdsinthesuits is kind of where you guys are going to be able to be on the inside, sort of the ground floor of this album. So twice a month for 1 hour, I'm going to be doing an unlisted stream. Sometimes with David, probably while we're actually recording, and you guys are going to kind of see the process. You're going to see the songs getting written. You're going to see pieces of the songs getting thrown away. You're going to see covers I'm working on, actually how things get arranged. Maybe you'll see me tracking vocals, which will be awful for me. And you will probably enjoy watching that because it's horrific. But bottom line, it's going to be something that I'm really excited about. So, there's a bunch of different cool tiers you guys can go check out there. The other thing I didn't actually mention, specifically, and I did kind of loosely allude to it, is that This is way down the line because I'm not going to get 100 patrons anytime soon. But if I get 100 patrons, the first thing that happens when I get to 100 patrons, I'm going to do a concert, and actually live streamed like 9 or 10 song live show, like on a Friday night, pro audio, pro video. I'll make sure that my internet connection is strong, so there's no lagging, because I have a lot of fucking lagging when I stream. And I'm going to do a full show, like probably half covers, half originals. But that's the first goal we're going for on the Patreon here. So if you're watching and you're considering becoming a patron, but you don't know and you want to help us get there, do that, because I can't wait. Eventually it'll probably happen anyway, but the sooner the better. So I'm looking in the chat here. Who is this? Who's Jacqueline Glenn? I'm kidding.
That's my fiance. She's welcome to the chat, Jacqueline. Yeah, so there'll definitely be collabs with us. She's just hitting on me in your chat because she's funny like that. Hilarious. Have you met Jacqueline yet? Yeah, you have, right?
Yeah,
yeah, totally.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, well, you'll be by a lot. I mean,
a
record. It's a good amount.
Like we never hang out because I refuse to go to the Valley. You're so happy now. You're gonna get me to come over the hill like fucking constantly.
Yeah, yeah, totally. It's gonna be really, really, really fun. And of course, there's gonna be collaboration. I mean, this is your thing. I'm gonna do my best to inspire and push you, but I wouldn't be surprised if I am hiding in the harmonies or even singing some songs with you as a duet. I'm sure going to be playing a bunch of instruments all over the thing. So it's a collab already.
Yeah, that's definitely the place that I'm expecting to see your greatest. The thing that I can't do that you can definitely do is I'm sure you'll be playing a lot of instruments on the album, because there was a time when I was a little better at that stuff. I could play a little more piano. I could play a little more bass, a little more drums. Definitely can't anymore.
That's still in there. I'm sure you could still do it.
But yeah, we like there's actually one song in particular that we wrote together, and it's funny. It's actually the song that I have the most confidence will end up on the record. You actually recorded it with another band years later, like a rock version, and you named it, which is funny because we never had a name.
Okay, yeah. You keep going. I'll give the context of it. Yeah.
So this was the last song that you and I ever wrote together. It was the final one. Mm-hmm. Do you know that?
Yeah.
It was the last thing we ever wrote, and it was code named Alabaster Dreaming is what it used to be. That was the file name. It was a horrible name.
It's a really bad name.
Yeah, it's a horrible name. It wasn't for any reason. I can't remember why it was called that, but and it was the last song, and we always thought it was the coolest thing. And I had like an acoustic version I used to do with my band in LA, and then you did it on this record, this EP you did, and you called it Full Circle. So Correct. If I was to record it and put it on my record, would I have to call it Full Circle?
Ooh, that's an interesting one. No, I don't think you have to. I think there's some value in the cross promotion of it. But yeah, no, it's fine. We could call it Alabaster again.
I don't think I want to call it Alabaster. It's kind of a bad name.
Yeah, so the context on that is I released music under the name Future Sunsets, which was a band, and I've lost band members over the years, so now I'm the Brendan Urie to my Panic at the Disco, but my YouTube channel is still called Future Sunsets, so if you look that up. But I put out an EP a few years ago, and that was Full Circle was track 1, and it's a rock version. And so that's exciting that we're going to retouch that song, because our original demo of it was way cooler than the Future Sunsets version.
Your Future Sunsets version is really cool. I listened to that record again yesterday, your 5 song.
Mm-hmm.
So Alabaster's the best song on the album, I'm pretty sure, because I think it's the coolest composition.
Yeah.
But I think that your melodies on End of the Universe are like phenomenal, by the way.
Thank you.
I remembered I had forgotten how much I listened to that album when you put it out. And I like the other 3 songs on there, but I think that your stuff you do on the verse in End of the Universe, actually all of them, and the chorus melodies too, are like, they're like really, 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 really good.
Thank you.
Yeah, they have like a lot of beats that I think are really cool. And you definitely, that feels like you didn't come up with that as like the first take. That feels like you had to really massage those out because the rhythms are really weird. Yeah. The timing's really cool. So anyway, but yeah, so I think I'm really looking forward to the record. I think it's going to be really fun. I have probably like 80 songs to go through, and then plus, since I've even had this idea before I've even announced it, I've already got like 6 new ideas that all have pieces written that have been getting written over the last few weeks as I've been thinking about this. Cause I've been planning on announcing this for a little while, guys. Like you guys are watching and wondering kind of like, this was not spur of the moment, right? Like I launched Nerds and Suits and the show with, oh, it's Nala.
Sorry. She always wants to join in. That's her seat. There's nothing I can do.
And like, you know, like all, as I was doing all the stuff on Song from the Scene, which you guys have been so cool about, I just started to kind of be like, wow, this is really fun. So that's the other thing. If you guys go check out the Patreon, you'll see there's a bunch of different tiers on there. There's like live concert tier at like 150 patrons. I'm going to go to a 5th episode of A Great Conversation every month and stream it live where you guys can actually interact. And then at 200 patrons, which is like a crazy stretch goal, I'm going to release a covers album as well of all the covers I've been doing on Song from the Scene. I'll probably re-record some of them with David. I think that's way down the line, so I don't think I have to worry about it yet. But if we get close, some will get re-recorded. Some will be the original ones I recorded, but it'll be like, you know, at least like a 10, 12 song album of covers. Cause you know, people like covers, but yeah. So, there's a bunch of more. Look at all these super chats from Zach because they're stickers. I have to narrate them because on Streamlabs, I can't see what they are. So, all right. So Zach has put in and it looks like it's a microphone and it's animated because it's music. Calls on Kyle. Salute. And then there's another one. This is like a little yellow guy. Looks like he's got some sort of a trumpet and he's dancing. So thank you, Zach, for that. Is what's going on there. So anyway, but yeah, man, I'm really excited about it. What music are you doing right now? What are you like? I know you sent me a song, but is that out yet?
No, I haven't put it out yet. I just finished it. I finished the mix, finished the master, just wrote it like a few weeks ago towards that middle section of the quarantine. And it sort of came together really quickly. It's like a ballad. It's sort of like slow, which feels almost higher risk to put out like a slower epic song, but it's got it's courageous in its ballad epicness. So I'll probably put that out for probably pre-save in the next week or so, and then maybe like a 4-week spread. Maybe it'll come out end of June, maybe for my birthday in July, who knows.
Do you release physical media anymore? Like, do you actually
well, I'm a big fan of, I think you've heard me talk about this, but I think Nerds and Suits and Action Industries, I think you guys should tour. And when you tour, people still buy CDs. We just packed up a bunch of merch orders right before this. So I still sell CDs. I barely have a CD player, but I still sell CDs. I heard you mention vinyl. That's a pretty cool idea. There's also some pretty cool options out there, which I'll share all these ideas with you later, but there's like one company that does like vinyl, where it's a live take, and that is the live take of like your patron. For example, if you have a patron, like that, your performance goes on one vinyl for that person. Like you could do something really special with some of these songs once we get it to the standpoint that we can do like a live performance, like something like that. But I do think physical is a good idea. And I'll encourage all kinds of stuff like that. I think you should. I think you're gonna spend a shit ton of time putting this together and heart into something, and to hold it and be like, this is my record. Now you got to hire a graphic designer, or we can go. I mean, I can help with like literally all of that stuff. I've done tons of album stuff for people, but there's a lot that goes into it. But I'm excited for you.
I've got an awesome graphic designer named Jacob Patrick who does really amazing work, and he's done a lot of the action stuff. And actually, he just sent me all the Patreon like the labels for the different levels. So I got to go put those all in. You know, the gold level, platinum. Did you see what I named them? Gold, platinum, diamond, double diamond, and infinity is the
wow. I like it. Infinity. Yeah. There you go. No, this is cool, man.
What's the most valuable stone? It's an infinity stone.
Nice. You're bringing in the movie references here.
So yeah, I think I'm going to do all that stuff and design the stuff. Like some of the levels on the Patreon, I was trying to figure out how to like really make sure people were getting excited about the physical record. So if you are at the diamond level at any point, your name will be in the liner notes when the actual album is pressed. And then at the infinity level, which is not, I think, a level that I expect many people to sign up for because it's pretty pricey. But if anybody ever does, you will get a signed copy of the record as well as your name in the liner notes mailed to you as soon as it releases. It's just all covered in that membership if you're ever even there for 1 month. So I think probably vinyl seems like the coolest way to do it, because it feels like no one's going to actually play the physical media anyway, and it's the biggest and looks the coolest. So if you like want to put it on your wall, it looks the most awesome.
Do you have a record player? Okay, well, I'll give you a point though. Vinyl is a little more expensive to do. Okay. You will have a minimum that you pretty much need to pre-sell to like even make it worth. Like to print your first vinyl is like $1,000, but then after that, like you're okay. But like vinyl versus CD is a very drastic. I personally have never printed vinyl, so if you can get to that, that would be a badass goal. A badass goal.
AJ Lancaster, General Deja Vu. If I get a vinyl, I'm so in, he says. Looks like Bidor says, bye, everyone. Thank you so much for your support, and thank you so much for your contribution, Bidor. I really appreciate that. I think realistically, like the way I feel about this is I get so much support from like the audience that's in here and what they do that, when it comes to actually releasing the record, I kind of expect the record to just, I'm fully expecting to lose money on the album because I don't think that's where I don't think the album's supposed to make me any money. Like I told everybody in here, every dollar from the Patreon is basically just going to be going to hiring you, because like it costs a lot of money to make an album. You're not going to work for free.
It's a lot of work. It's going to be really rewarding and fun and awesome.
It's hundreds of hours. So like that's where that's the reality. So like I'm going to spend a lot of money out of pocket on just making it. And I think, when I send it out or distribute it in any way that I can, I just want the people that were part of the process and were in those songwriting sessions with us to like have something that they feel like they were a part of, that they, that they own something, they have some connection to. And then, I want to tour. I mean, Drew and I now just hit our first major goal as Action. So we have to do 3 live shows over the next 12 months now. Once things start to open back up, we have to go around, and 2 will probably be domestic. 1 might be international. I might try to like sort of involve some of this, like maybe that'll even be like a dual tour or something. I mean, you just toured last year.
Yeah, we did 38. We did 28 throughout cities throughout the US, and then we did 10 cities throughout Europe, and we got engaged in Rome, which was cool.
Congratulations.
But it was an independent tour, so I will highly encourage you guys to do it. We bought an RV and we traveled in the RV and we vlogged it, and it was like a really, really awesome experience in America, not in Europe. We couldn't bring the RV. But I would encourage, like, you and Andrew should totally, when like hit the road, as soon as we can, like, you have a record and the world has opened up again, you can tour and you can meet your fans in person, and it's not too hard to do. And yeah, you can have some physical CDs or physical vinyl in your hands.
Yeah, I really can't wait, man. It's gonna be so much fun. I really think the future for all this stuff is bright, and for Nerds in Suits and what I'm trying to do, I want to do the music part of it as a huge part, and the album is such a big focus for me. But also, Song from the Scene will continue on, and so will these interviews. And I really want to continue building that network and getting you guys excited about what's next. So I think it's going to be great. I can't wait to work with you on this stuff. I can't wait to do some collaborations.
Really cool.
Pull out some of these old songs, man. I mean,
there's so many. It's so many.
Yesterday Again, or some of these.
No, you're going really far back. We're like 15 years old or something.
Those are songs from when we were like, I mean, those songs were like 14 or 15. Those are not good songs, but I think the ones that came out, we wrote some good stuff in our like late teens, early 20s. I think.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think anything from Ghost.
No,
except for Alana's song.
Oh my gosh! Wow. Yeah. So there was definitely, but honestly, like, we can look at even little ideas from back then, and we can reinterpret them, and we can write them with maybe more mature lyrics, and dive in. It'll be really fun.
Yeah, it's gonna be good, man. It's gonna be really good. So, do you like when you do any kind of like live streamed concert? Is that like something that you've done yet from where you're set up, or?
Yeah, totally. Warner Records actually did like an all day thing out of here. So I had multiple cameras on it, and yeah, I mean, I'm set up for live streaming. So if you wanted to do a live stream multicam performance that like we professionally record, sort of like MTV Unplugged, I'm wired up for it. So
cool. Yeah, that strikes me as, once we get to that 100 patron mark, that's kind of what we'll do. So Yeah, man. Well, I think we can probably wrap it up here. I appreciate everybody here for showing up for the birthday stream. Let's see if there's any more super chats or Streamlabs to get, because you guys were just like unbelievably generous, and this was so cool. I feel so supported. I feel so loved. What a good birthday.
Yeah, you used to throw ragers, man.
I know, those were crazy. Did you ever come to any of those? The old, like, the Tom Cruise costume party or the Nick Cage costume party?
I just remember you would get so drunk and you'd be like in the streets, and we'd be like, Ben, go inside.
Yeah, those were the days, man. Looks like Zach, call sign Kyle, with the $5 super chat. Megs, who's a brand new general, by the way, for those of you that haven't heard that yet. It's going to get officially announced tomorrow on the Action Guys. But Megs, I'm going to give you a salute right here, because I saw that upgrade today. I'm very excited about that. If I had the Cabana song, I'd be dancing. Happy birthday, Ben. Congrats on moving to the next phase of this project. Salute. Thank you so much, Megs. And then At the Helm Media, stoked for the album. Hope to collab sometime. Yeah, your material is incredible, man. Let's see. I think that's in here. Yeah, right there. Cool. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for that. So yeah, I think I don't really know what our timeline is for when we start working on this, really. I've been sending you snippets. I've been sending you like what I've been working on, like verses and choruses.
Yeah, let's put together a folder of all of the ideas. And then we have to just start to decide what's going to make the cut, what's not going to, or if we're going to allocate writing a brand new song. And then we got to put it into little demos, little scratch tracks. And then from there, we can choose those for real.
It's going to be awesome. It's going to be really awesome. So if you guys are watching, you haven't already hit that subscribe button, you're watching for the first time, hit that subscribe. We were trying to get to 2,000 subs before today. Obviously, we fell a few hundred short of that, but we've had good growth in the first month or two of this channel, and I'm very proud of it. Go check out patreon.com/nerdsandsuits. The levels are great. I feel excited to have you at any level you guys want to be a part of it, and get excited for what's next. I don't know when the first of those songwriting sessions is, but I would think probably in the next week. There's enough people right now that have already signed up for the diamond tier, which is the one where you guys get to sit in on it, that I think more than likely I'll probably do the first one of those within a week. You guys will hear kind of the idea for the next cover for Song from the Scene, and some of these first ideas I'll play them for you. You guys can kind of hear what I'm working on. All right, David, I'm going to get you out of here and say goodbye to my people.
No problem. Thanks for having me. Happy birthday. Hello to everybody in the chat. Everybody go become a patron of Nerds and Suits. Are you going to release your album under the name Nerds and Suits? You're going to use your name?
No. I think it'll be I don't really know. Like, okay, so when you did, I'll keep you here for one more minute. When you decided to be Future Sunsets,
correct?
It was because you were a duo and you had been in this band called King the Kid, and then that band dissolved, and you and Jose decided to still be a band.
Correct. And then we stayed under Future Sunsets, and then we toured and grew our channel and whatever. And then he fell in love with a Norwegian model, and he was like, I got to go to Norway. And I was like, all right. So now I was the last band member in my band. And hence I kept Future Sunsets because we had merch and an album and everything. And I'm still releasing under the name Future Sunsets, but you can find me as David Michael Frank on social media as well.
Do you ever wish that you had stayed David Michael Frank and not been Future Sunsets?
I think I'm holding on to it for maybe the right time, the right song, the right album to maybe make a transition. Or at the same point, I also could add bandmates again and make Future Sunsets a collaborative effort. It could be bigger than just myself. So
Jeremy Miller here. Love your music, David. Cool.
Thanks, Jeremy.
Well, man, I don't know what the fuck I'm gonna do as far as the name goes. Back when I was in the post Fight the Moon,
let's go Bateman, Fight the Moon. Let's bring it back.
when I reformed into like a band, like 5 years ago, and I was playing this guy right here. Is when I got this guy, and I played this guitar a lot.
Mm-hmm.
I called the band Bateman, which is not that creative.
That's cool though.
Really cool at the time. Because like Patrick Bateman and American Psycho, I thought that was like kind of cool. Ryan Kramer here says Nerds and Suits should be the name of the album. That's interesting, actually. Maybe, yeah, Philip Gustafson. Maybe, I don't know. I honestly really have no fucking idea what I'm gonna do with it. I don't think I just want to be Ben Bateman. I think I'd rather like. Oh yeah. Also, I didn't tell you this. I'm dropping this off in like 30 minutes to McCabe's to get it all tuned up.
Sweet.
Yeah, I need to get this thing back in business because I want to start playing it again.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's a sweet guitar too.
Yeah, it's a good one. I love this guitar. All right, man. Well, I'm gonna let you go. We'll keep talking soon, and I just thank you for hanging out, and thanks everybody for the support, and I'll be here hanging with you guys for another 15 without David.
All right, see you, man. Happy birthday.
Thanks, pal. All right, guys. So I'm gonna probably hang with you for like another 15. Any additional questions you guys have? Let's knock out the final birthday things. Yeah. All right. Let's see what some people are saying in here. Janine the Machine. Happy B-Day, Ben. So proud of you. Thanks, Janine. We're going to collab on something soon. We were talking this last week about it, actually, and it was the wrong thing to collab on, I think, for now, but I'm excited to work with you on something else. Eric Lane. Happy birthday, Ben. Congrats on the Patreon. Thank you, Eric. I really appreciate it. That's awesome of you. And let's see what other people are asking about here. All right, Nicole Krafik, General in the Action Army, now a patron of Nerds in Suits. Salute and best of luck. As much success to you. Use your name and own your work. So proud of you. Looking forward to what you put out. Thank you, Nicole. Salute to you. Or I don't know. Are we doing the tie straighten? That was a Goddard suggestion. I'm not sure what we're doing yet. I really appreciate it. All right. There's so many nice comments in here. General Deja Vu. Call it Band Bateman. Yeah, maybe. I don't know about that. Ben Handelman. Ben, did you ever have a Stratocaster? I've never owned a Strat. I haven't ever played a lot of like Strat stuff, right? Telecasters I liked a little more, but I was never the biggest fan of Strats. I like semi-hollow bodies, which is like this Epiphone Casino that I've got next to me that I was just showing you guys. They have a little bit more of an organic sound. You can play them not plugged in. They don't sound great, but I'll probably get another guitar relatively soon. That would be my guess, especially in preparation for this album. My first guitar ever was given to me by my grandfather, the one who invented Viagra. And I got it when I was 16. I think I had a guitar before that, but it was like kind of a starter. And the first real guitar I had was a Martin, and I got it for when I was 16. And I wrote everything, all my stuff that I wrote when I was like a little kid, I wrote on that guitar. All the stuff we were talking about, Ghost and Dreams of the Crash. And I had that guitar for a long time. And then the second nice guitar I owned was a Taylor, which is the one you guys have seen me play a lot. And I've played that one a lot. You guys have seen that guitar a lot. It's this one right here. This guitar. And I bought this when I wrote the batch of songs from 2014, I think, or 2013 it was. And those songs are really special to me. Some of those songs may end up on the album. I'm not totally sure. And then I bought this Epiphone Casino, the black one I just showed you guys, right around the same time. It was probably just shortly thereafter. And I bought it so that I could have like an electric guitar and kind of have a different sound. And so I would think probably I'll get one more. I'll probably get one kind of to be a part of this experience so that I am writing stuff on, a guitar that feels a little bit more in line with where I'm at in my life. Not to say that any of these are not, but like, I think I want to go just to kind of look what's out there and like buy something that feels like it's, I bought it for this experience, would be my guess, but I don't know, guitars are expensive and it's a tough place in the world right now. So, all right, let's see if there's any super chats or Streamlabs to read. Looks like we've got Future Sunsets Official with the super chat here who says, thanks for having me. Can't wait. Happy birthday. Thanks, David. I appreciate that. Joseph Boros, Prince That Wasn't Promised, Nerds and Suits Productions. Yeah, something like that, probably. I know we're going to keep playing with the Nerds and Suits name and trying to figure out kind of what that looks like or what that means. But you guys have all been so generous. The Patreon is going strong, which is really, really cool. I can't believe how generous you guys are. We've got, looks like I'm going to look right now and sort of see where we're at. It looks like we've actually got 24 patrons already. The Patreon has been live for an hour and we have 24 in the first month, which is amazing. And really generous and really makes me feel really supported by you guys. So if you have not already checked it out and you're watching and you're thinking about it, there's a lot of cool stuff on there. There's stuff that relates to music. There's stuff that relates to a great conversation. I've got obviously great guests coming up on that show. Coming up very soon, which I'm excited about. And Song from the Scene. So if you haven't already hit subscribe to the channel, please hit subscribe. If you haven't left a comment, please leave a comment. Comments mean everything on these new channels. So if you're watching this and you're thinking about it, when the stream is over, every single one of you who's watching right now, there's about 85 of you. Give me a favor, hit the thumbs up button. And when the stream is over, which I'm going to end it here probably in less than 5 minutes, stick around, leave a quick comment, say something nice. Hopefully the stream does well and people get excited about it. I really appreciate all of you showing up, and let's keep kicking ass. Let's keep kicking ass. This is a time in the world when positivity is very much needed. I will tell you guys that the first song, more than likely the song that I am leaning towards, I would say, of the ones I've been working on, is a song specifically relating to BLM and what's happening in the world. It's a song that is pretty personal to me. It's definitely a song that I felt like a little uncomfortable writing because it's such a hot issue right now. But as I started to get into it, I started to feel very emotionally connected to it. And I really love the chorus. I really love what I'm doing with it. It makes me feel very excited. There's a link to the Patreon here. Alex the Great asked. There it is right there. And also we will do a quick other link for anybody who wants to donate before the stream is over. Streamlabs.com/nerdsinsuits. Yeah, I don't know what I would call the song necessarily, but it feels more than likely like this is the song that would end up on the record. I don't know what I'm going to call it, but I'm excited about it. I feel proud of it. And I think the chorus is really strong. So yeah, that's kind of, that's what I'm working on. Let's see if there's any other comments here before I let you guys go. From Joseph Boros here, Prince It Wasn't Promised. You could even call it NIS and not explain it, LOL. I actually was thinking of all these like silly names when I was trying to come up with like what we call the people who are joining the network, right? Because I think Nerds and Suits Network, join the Nerd Network is kind of where I'm going with this. You have the gold, platinum, diamond, all that stuff. PLD telling me I have technical difficulties here and shit doesn't work. Therese says she's missing something, and the top two tiers are listed the same. That's not good. I hope that's not the case. I I thought I checked. I thought I double and triple checked, but I think I may know exactly what's going on. Let's edit, make sure this is correct. Quick break here for just a quick second to make sure. Yep, that sounds like the sounds like the final tier has not been listed. All right, so basically the one perk that's not listed, I'll have to fix this when the stream is over, is that at the highest tier, you actually get a signed copy of the album sent to you directly. If you're ever at the highest tier, at the Infinity tier, you only have to be there for 1 month, and if you're there, you'll get a signed copy plus all the other stuff. I do so much stuff with Patreon with Action. I didn't want to make this about that as much. I am so appreciative of everybody who wants to support at that level, and every dollar of it's going to go towards producing the album. But you guys are so generous with Action Industries already that I wanted to make sure that you guys were getting something great for your contributions. And so okay, Paul says he sent me a personal message about it. I'll fix it. So anyway, what I was just saying a second ago is that, losing my train of thought. What was I saying? Hang on. I'll get there. I will get there. Nope. No idea what it was. But all I can say is that I'm appreciative of every single person that has checked out the Patreon. There will be an official Patreon video coming out very soon that, here we go. So Nicole Krafik, she is our first person. I think that's true. Or maybe don't quote me on that because I need to actually know. I believe Nicole Krafik is the first person to sign up at the Infinity tier. I think that's true. And that would mean Nicole Krafik will be the first person that is going to be getting a copy signed of the actual record. That is true. I just checked. Nicole Krafik is the first person who was signed up at the Infinity tier. Nicole, I look forward to putting your name in the liner notes, signing a vinyl record, and sending it to you. I'm very, very excited. So Remember also, as Davlin Mist Runner here says, remember people, if you can't afford a tier, you can do a custom pledge to still support. I appreciate that, Davlin. That's really, really awesome of you to suggest, because it's true. Even honestly, if you even wanted to throw $1 in, the first goal we're trying to get to is 100 patrons, and 100 patrons means we get a live concert streamed. I'll probably do it from David's studio, probably 10 songs, 5 covers, 5 originals. But I look forward to doing that. So that'll be the first thing I do. But anyway, guys, once again, thank you all so much for showing up. As I mentioned, leave a comment, hit that like button. I will be back tomorrow night at 5 p.m. on Action Industries with Andrew Guy. We're going to be doing a live stream watch along of Just Friends, one of my favorites of all time. I've got another episode next week coming up, a song from the scene on Wednesday, plus a great conversation Friday. I'm going to go enjoy my birthday tonight. Thank you to everybody here for all of your generous support. So nice of you guys. I'm just going to check, make sure there aren't any Streamlabs I missed, because I don't want to miss a single person. Looks like, okay, great. I think I got all of them. So guys, thank you so much. Let's get excited. Let's get pumped. Let's stay hyped. And I will see you guys very soon for more content. You guys are all the best. You guys are the best. I could cry. This is the greatest thing ever. All right, guys. Salute. Thank you. Enjoy. And I will see you very soon.